Is a model of human memory. Now, take your time in processing the various components. Essentially, we take in information from the environment through our senses. We know that. It goes through working memory. And this is a kind of executive organizing function. It's our conscious mental activity, and you're probably using it now as you're trying to process the information on this slide. And we've established that it's got a limited capacity, typically between 5 and 9 bits. So people do question this and say it's a little bit less, and there are people that can learn a little bit more, but generally it tends to hold. Now, it's the relationship between working memory and long-term memory that's really interesting. It used to be thought a while back that long-term memory was kind of a big dumping ground, but in fact it's a very dynamic self-organizing system, and it works very much in unison with working memory, both consciously, subconsciously and unconsciously. Now, here's the real interesting thing, that as we put information into our long-term memory and through the thinking process, we organize that information and we develop mental schemata, pictures of the world. We build understanding. And essentially, it's these mental schemata in long-term memory that are really so powerful in our learning. And that's why experts don't really have to do a lot of thinking, because they'll typically be able to draw from their long-term memory and do very quick analysis and come up with solutions based on what they've learned previously. And there's another great spin that's related to learning, that when we take information out of long-term memory and put it back into working memory, we actually make the neural connection stronger. So the memory system is a very powerful mechanism, and long-term memory is what we really want to develop through the learning process. So understanding the relationship between these two and how we teach and how we facilitate the learning process is really important. We've got to chunk things up. We've got to manage cognitive load. We've got to help people to do rehearsal and review if we want to build a solid basis for learning. Otherwise, forgetting occurs, and we know what that